Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this update, this weekly update by myself. My name is Rainey. I'm the proud mayor of the city of Peekskill. Today's date is September 9th, 2020, 9/9/2020, and I'm joined by our phenomenal city manager, Andy Stewart. Good evening, Andy. How are you?
How are you, Mayor? It's great to see you. For
Absolutely, likewise.
the 10th time today, probably something.
Yeah, it's been a very busy week, but more importantly, it's been a very busy year with so much going on. So me and Andy decided that every week we're going to try to give our community updates on what the city is doing to handle COVID, as well as what the city is doing to deal with these the new norm that we're going to be looking forward to over the course of the next year or two. So thank you all for joining in and tuning in, and thank you all for sharing these videos. Let other people know what we're updating on. For those of you who are watching the videos, I've been informed that some people are looking for videos and they hear about something and they can't find it. All of these videos are on our city website as well as our city social media page. So if you do hear about something that we mentioned in a specific week, it might not. We try not to mention the same things every week, so just go through some of the weekly updates to get some of the information. We try to make it short, between 10 to 15 minutes. That way you don't get bored, but you get effective information. So first, I want to start off by saying today was the ceremony for the groundbreaking of the 645 Main Street, which is an 82 unit, 100% affordable project, 40 to 80% AMI, green roof, solar panels. They're going to be putting money into the McGregor Brook. They're working with the Kylie Center. Additional parking for the Kylie Center, electric charging stations. They're hiring local. It's going to be a phenomenal project when it's set. Today was the groundbreaking ceremony. We were joined by some of our colleagues in government who actually helped make this possible. Senator Harcum, County Executive George Latimer, Deputy County Executive King Jenkins, and the members from the governor's office as well. So we thank you all for joining us today. And this project is now underway. They've already started digging the shovels, and I actually got a shovel in my trunk now. I'm excited for this project. And Bill Balter and Walter Balter Company announced that one-bedroom apartments, the rent will be as inexpensive as $950 a month. So we can look forward to this project. Two-bedroom apartments. It's going to be one-bedroom, two-bedroom, and three-bedroom apartments. And for those of you interested, it'll be about a year before it's actually complete. So once the year comes up, there's going to be information from the city where you can find that. And I really look forward to seeing this project in the city of Peekskill. And it's not catered towards specifically artists and seniors, but it's for anyone and everyone who would like to apply once it's done.
And just to follow up on that, Mayor, you know, the presenters there, yourself and others, also really showed appreciation for city staff and our planning commissioner, public works, attorneys. You know, so many people have contributed to figuring the site out, the planning, zoning boards, so the city council itself. So a lot goes into a partnership like this, and it's exciting to see it moving forward. It's also in such a steep ravine with McGregor Brook there. It really shows that, you know, it's not an easy to development site, so it's a challenge, and it's really exciting to see it move forward. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up. I also want to inform people, since we're speaking of that area, the Kylie Center will be reopening on September 22nd, and the Peekskill Housing Authority, as well as the City Peekskill Parks and Recreation, have been working together to create a sort of reopening plan. And the center will be cleaned out, sanitized, and organized prior to its opening. There will be new protocols in place, especially as things such as the number of kids in the center at a time will be reduced because of the COVID-19. Staff will sanitize surfaces and equipment frequently throughout the entire shift. So I'm looking forward to reopening this Kylie Center for our youth so they can have a place to go, a safe place to go once again, especially during these times. I know the kids want to get out there and be active, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I thank the Housing Authority for their hard work, as well as the Peekskill Park and Recreation staff for their hard work in making this a possibility.
Now they really do work hard. And while we're talking about our hardworking staff, I guess that's my theme for tonight, Mayor. But the water main break, which occurred in the middle of the night, and our guys were out there, you know, way before dawn and worked about 20 hours straight down on the lower South Street area. Really great effort, obviously concerning the community. We used the code red. There was some discoloration in water, some pressure issues as those breaks in the lines were letting the water out. And obviously that affected people's service, which was restored ultimately. And people have been asking, you know, obviously, what happens when the water gets reversed and it's moving in those pipes in different ways because of the leak, it stirs up sediments at the bottom of the pipe, and you start to see that sediment in your water. And we just tell people to run the cold water until it runs clear. It's safe to drink, and we're back in back okay now, thanks to the hard work of the folks in our public works department. So
Absolutely.
credit to them, and also thanks for the patience and cooperations of the residents who suffer the inconvenience of that disruption as well.
Yes, and also I want to thank the staff too. I know that our staff was working to try to find ways to communicate with the residents in the community using our social media platforms as well as our city website. So again, I've always encouraged people to check out our city website. But for those of you again who don't have the city website, please check out the city social media page if you have access to Wi-Fi, and we'll try to continuously put stuff on our social.
And honestly, for really for issues like the water main break, and we got a code red out, from the police department, and that uses landlines and cell phones, and people need to sign up for that. If you don't sign up for it, you're not going to get the text or the phone call unless you still have a landline, and that's fewer and fewer people, right? So people can sign up for that. It's free. It's easy. You just go to the city website, sign up for code red, and you'll get storm warnings and other things. So that's number one. Number two is the easiest way for us to provide a little more detail and updates is on the Facebook page the city has. It's the easiest way. So if we're working and there's a process that's unfolding and we need to keep people informed, the first thing we're going to do is put things on that Facebook page after we've done a code red if that's necessary. The city website is a little more cumbersome to update. It's more static. It's not great for news. That's where we put documents and other information that was going to sit there for a little while.
Yep, absolutely. So there's definitely a way. So speaking of trying to reach out to the community, I want to remind people that the census count is coming closer to an end. It's September 9th today. If you haven't done your census, the city of Peekskill is just barely over 60%, which means we still have a long way to go. Please, please, please encourage your family, encourage your friends that are in the city of Peekskill to do their census. If you don't know what the census is, please don't hesitate to reach out to us or Google it yourself. Reach out to members on the council, reach out to the city manager, or just look on Google yourself and Google Census 2020, CNSUS 2020, and it'll give you all of the information that you need to know what it is and how you can contribute to making your community a better place to live.
I have a feeling if people are watching us right now, they're the ones that already filled out the census. So tell the people who haven't yet. There's a big banner in the front of City Hall hanging on the railing there. And it's the information's out there, but there's some people who are they're not connected or they don't understand it. So try to help by pushing information over to them. While I'm mentioning banners in City Hall, I wanted to mention that there's a new banner on the stairway of this historic building, and that's the We Are Peekskill campaign that the Business Improvement District has put together. It's a beautiful image, features the faces of well-known local business people and others, and it's beautiful. And they're rolling out that image in various ways in windows and banners. To try to build the spirit of the community and promote the downtown and really show the diversity and talent in the local business community. So great posters, getting some really nice feedback on that, and kudos to Brian Fassett, Bill Powers, Cynthia, and others involved with the Business Improvement District, because that campaign took a lot to put together and it looks really pretty. It's nice.
Yeah. Great point. And thank you for those people who organized that, because it does look, it shows the diversity in Peekskill, just like the workers' comp building with the photos from Ocean Mars. It just shows
an amazing display.
Yeah, absolutely. My son saw a picture of his father and he jumped up there and said, "Dad, look," and he took a picture with it. It was awesome. So just great images and definition of Peekskill. So that being said, speaking of the public, we have reinstated public commenting on anything at our Zoom virtual council meetings. There is going to be rules in play. We're going to try to keep it the same way we've always had it with the normal meetings, where when you come on the Zoom line, you're just going to state your name and your address, and you're going to get 3 minutes to speak. Rather than hearing a bell go off when you speak, you'll just be asked to stop and then mute it. And anyone who joins the Zoom meeting will be asked to actually write in the chat stating that you want to speak, and that way everybody can go in a specific order, so that the clerk of the city can make sure that everybody gets a chance to speak after our council meeting. So your voices have been heard. We thank you all for all reaching out to members of the council to say that you wanted us to reinstate that. So we have. So beginning next Monday, September 13th, September 15th?
It's 14th.
September 14th. That's September 14th. We will be reinstating public commenting for the common council meetings.
Just to follow up on that, Mayor, because I think it's important. You know this, you do it all the time, I do it all the time. We are constantly and happily trying to address people's concerns and answering questions. They come in on email, they come in on phone, people knock on the door, and that's great. If there is an issue or concern, and you're thinking, I want to bring this to the city council, it behooves you to just reach out to us because we might be able to get you the information you need, and then when you need to speak to the council, you'll have already started to find out more about the topic. In often cases, of course, with these kinds of public meetings, the folks can make a comment, and but if there's a specific question, we're going to have to go find answers, and won't have that immediately available. But if you send your questions to us ahead of time, or just when you have them, we'll try to get the information back to you as quickly as we can, and then the public comment period really can be for matters that maybe there are no easy answers for.
Absolutely. So last but not least on my list, oh, can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Last but not least on my list, we got a message from our great Assemblywoman, Sandy Gaylor, stating that the 17-year-olds who are seniors in high school can be poll workers in New York State. Election Law 3-400, and they will also be able to be paid to do it. So parents, families, grandmothers, grandparents, guardians, aunts, and uncles, if you have a 17-year-old child who is a senior in high school, this year for this election, they will be allowed to be poll workers in New York State, and they will be able to get paid as well. So make sure you participate and contribute into your democracy, and make sure you get out there and vote. This is an election year. Other than that, that's all I have on my list. Andy, anything
I
else?
still have things on my list. So
Let's go. Go ahead. Let's go through
first
it.
of all, the
Oh, I got one more thing. I'm sorry. I do got one more thing.
well, I was going to say, the meeting of the city council on Tuesday night, because of the holiday Monday, was really, it was a full agenda, and a lot of really important matters were discussed and planned for votes for the next week and so on. And there's a number of them I'd love to mention. There's an urban farm project, which is exciting. We're looking at that. Affordable housing policy. On the very, very practical side, our DPW issued the list of streets which will be repaved in the paving season. So I'm just going to list them off. You can find the list online if you'd like. But Haddon Street, John Street, Nelson Avenue, Lakeview Drive, Howard Street, Park Street, Maple Avenue, sections of those streets. About $500,000 worth of paving, something that needs to be happening every year. Try to keep up with the road conditions, and so thanks to the public for your cooperation around the schedule. I know people, they like to have their street nicely paved, but they don't necessarily want to have a construction project in front of their house. And our guys are going to be working hard taking care of those roads.
There you go. Awesome. And last but not least, the only thing I wanted to mention, what I forgot to mention, was the City of Peekskill Task Force Police Review Board that we're working on. We have been meeting weekly with different members of the community to try to organize this group, and we've seen a lot of resumes and a lot of letters of intent to be a part of this board. So we should be working and having an update for the community as soon as possible, and we're going to make sure that we go through all of these resumes as thoroughly as we possibly can, so we can have a very diverse board that really reflects the community. And we look forward to hearing the community's input on what they feel the police relationship with our community should be and how we should move forward unified. So I'm looking forward to that. So if you are interested, you can still send an email in. You can still send a resume in to me, Rainey at cityofpeekskill.com, or to Andy Stewart, Stewart at cityofpeekskill.com. And there's actually a website now too.
And there's
it's email right now too.
If you just Google Peekskill Police Task Force, you'll find the page. It has documents. It has email addresses dedicated for the purpose. It's really, like the mayor said, an invitation to participate in various ways. Participate on the task force, participate as a presenter to the task force, have your own group, get together, talk, research, bring ideas and suggestions. So there's a lot of different ways to participate, and we're looking forward to having that happen.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, Andy. Anything else on your list? I think that might have been it, right?
I just wanted to mention lastly, and you do a great job with this, we're always promoting public health. The COVID positive case number for today is 11. 11 is a pretty good number. Let's try to keep it as low as we possibly can. And we know how to do that. It's wearing masks, it's washing hands, keeping social distance, staying home when you're not feeling well.
There you go. There you go. So God bless you all. Andy, thanks again for your wonderful work. We highly appreciate you. And I will look forward to seeing you again a week from today.
All right, sounds good. Take care.
All right, have a good night.